there's a guy who's the first time he's ever come to a poetry event, and he's right at the back, and he's been really quiet, and he hates to be pointed out, but he's been my coach for 23 years, and he's probably the most patient human being I know, so I want everyone to give a round of to Bob right here, right, because he deserves it. Okay. This isn't for you though, Bob. As some of you guys know, I conduct marriages, and it was a really weird one, this one, and it's been a bit of a tradition that I recite something. And the transformation that I saw in this guy just really inspired me to think about what love is. And it's similar to one that I wrote for a friend, but it's completely different. And anyway, I've got a name that I came up with. It's called A New Start is the Sweetest. Life like love has seasons. Hearts like lovers have reasons. Some men like others find flow, let go. Life's lives are more than enough to understand what love is, and what love is where do I start? I could go with cliches about love and marriage. I could tell you about life's intermediate rite of passage, but nah. I'll just tell you guys how it is and then leave you to live life and let love work its magic. See, love is like a flower to a rose, like poetry to a listener's soul, like a shimmering silhouette on a moonlit night. That's right, love is a lot more than a mere physical act of consummation, a passionate kiss in a moment of consternation, a phone call to ask if you're still good for food after another cantankerous, bloody conversation. Love is, well, love just is. Like an apple falls to the earth because Mother Earth is much bigger than her. Love is two hearts tied by a cord that's pulled by Allah. Love is unique as well as being ubiquitous. You see, love can take the biggest lion and make cubs out of the best of us. Just be brave enough to realize that if you are man, then know that no man is completely man without woman. Just like Eve came from Adam, sometimes a lover's touch is a powerful thing. Like the finest art, it only appreciates in the eyes of a connoisseur with age. Love transcends beyond the wisdom of a sage. It sparks on the poet's pen, and in a musician's voice, a scholar's advice, or a pious man's prayer. Sometimes it's enough to know that a lover's love is so complete that it even transcends the two fundamental questions, why and how. Thank you.
Make some noise for AB. So, hey, feels like forever in a day since I've seen you. Please tell everyone a little bit about yourself, and yeah, give us some more context about the poem. What inspired you to write that, dude?
I mean, literally, the guy that I bumped into him, I don't know, does anyone do some mixed martial arts here? Kudo? Anyone heard of it? Yeah, okay. So I saw this guy and I knew he was the reformed guy. I mean, this guy was a crazy guy at one point, and he just looked clean, he looked muscled up, and I was like, he's gone inside and he's straightened himself up, he's working as a manager, and it was just so beautiful that evening to see how happy the families were, and that's just what inspired it, that, you know, how lucky he was to have that chance to love again. That's really where that came from. Just about me, I'm still training to be an astrophysicist. I start my master's in research tomorrow, or Monday actually. So that's all that, but I do want, say by the end of this year, at some point, within the next few months, to release some page poetry. I'm still making the decision whether it's just going to be purely love poems or I'm going to do a selection of what I have, but it is what it is.
Make some noise for AP! Love is definitely a beautiful